If you look at BNK's draft in isolation, it's a pretty strong draft. It's got a lot of engage. It's got easy, kind of guaranteed follow-up damage with Misfortune. It's got late game scaling with the Azir. It's got a lot of great parts here. The question is, what do BNK get on the cross map here? You see Kellen wrapping around. He's level 3 though, and that's a Camille.
The problem is that with a Galio, he can always just be there. I feel like it's a bit of a cheat code here for Nongshim. And like when Lehens hits level 6, Stand United is going to provide even more support. These grubs
so fast on the rotation. You know, no punish there on the bottom side. Now,
oh god, Lehens. Kellen is going to be able to sweep him. So there we go, but Lehens once more. There's the Shadow Dash flash! And they all pile on top of Raptor. He's taken down Diablo. Gonna have to cleanse as Kingen says, you're not taking part in this fight. And it should be 3 grubs going over to Nongshim as well. They'll take the first blood at the same time.
And they didn't have to use the Hextech ultimatum. They didn't have to use the Galio ult.
Yeah, they've still got that combo of buttons as Clear wants to try and do something. Lehens just going to dash his way over the wall and bones.
Yeah, the gold lead basically is actually a deficit compositionally for BNK. They need more. They need a bigger advantage. So starting these grubs, they do have prio. They're down on grubs. They need these so desperately. But we can start to see some R buttons pressed here for Nongshim if they can group up.
Yep, Fisher, not too worried about what Clear's doing right now, but the grubs are still being fought by Gideon.
They lost control.
Yeah, they did lose control. I was going to say, I was pretty sure it was a blue health bar that was over there. So it's going to be 5 grubs, but no feat of strength to be picked up here for Nongshim. The denial does come in from Raptor. Doesn't overstay his welcome.
Azir is great late game. Not if he's dead, and I am concerned he will not be alive.
Well, here's a Stand United, ladies and gentlemen. This is what this composition does. It CCs you and kills you. Yeah. And you can't do anything about it.
I do see BNK are going to take this dragon, so it's a win for them. Teleport does come over to the top side as we see Clear return.
Man, I mentioned it, and it appeared.
You willed it.
The Chemtech Soul. As Orcs is here, Susja in the chat, please.
And they're going to rush this one down. You can see in return, Kingen is trying to do the same thing, but there's a lot of defensive members of BNK down there to stop that from happening. Teleport will not be canceled, but it doesn't save the turret either.
No, it doesn't. And in fact, there's a new turret, and it's not the one of Fishes. So a very confusing little array of plays as the Gargoyle is sort of thrown around like a ragdoll, but is going to survive because he does have a lot of health. But otherwise, still going to lose the turret, lose that feat of strength as well as BNK are able to lock that one down. But 1 kill and 1 objective, and Nongshim have the sandals.
Yeah, so it's a big win here for BNK, but it's alone not enough. And that's kind of been the story of a lot of this early game here for BNK, but they're getting some small victories, right? And it's part of the power of the Azir that has that early Nashor's Truth, how quickly he could take turrets out. You know, Fisher down a teleport, that's huge as well, even though he is, you know, semi-global with his ultimate. Just having that side lane on lock right now feels really good because Vikla has teleport advantage. And we get to these next 2 objectives. I mean, they get the Herald out of this as well. And BNK definitely have a real fighting chance to actually win some team fights before this comp really just starts pressing R and Ezreal has 2 items and everybody dies. Up here though, because they're going to crash this into mid turret. Clear is threatening topside. Yes, they lost the bottom turret, but you can see Vikla has teleport. He's actually defending the bottom turret there. This is a really good map play here for BNK, and they lose a dragon for this, but I don't think they care.
Well, that is going to be the taunt coming down. Clear should be able to get rid of this turret, but it takes so long. Clear will be taken down. They're in the Thunderdome now. Justice Punch is served to Raptor, but he is going to be able to make it out with the Vault Breaker. Vikla with a defensive ultimate, but Lehens just shadow dashes him, and no Sun Disc is going to protect you from that. As Nongshim, they can always collapse like this, and I feel like BNK were playing around this Stand United cooldown so beautifully. Finally working. They're going to have to figure it out, though, as far as closing this game out. 2,000 gold is their lead. Currently, they do manage to pick up the feats of strength as well, as Atakan is going to be on the top side of the map, as he does appear. I assume it's Voracious. As Lehens, I mean, all good things must come to an end, right? And so he will be taken down. Not quite sure what he was really doing there, as Diablo's going to be able to take down this turret.
That's a lot of gold.
Not going to connect, and yeah, you're exactly right. Sometimes you cast a curse, sometimes it's Lehens. I'm not entirely sure. You could blame us. You could just accept that it's Lehens. Right here, where he wants to be. As now Kingen looking for an opportunity. Stand United comes down. Emperor's Divide does absolutely nothing. And down goes Raptor. Kellen, not sure what he's doing as I look back towards the rest of the fight. Hookshot not going to get Vikla, but now he's out of the fight as well. Clear standing in amongst it, but none of his friends are around. And Nongshim just going one after the other. And Clear survives for way longer than he would like to, but now two of the damage dealers are up, but no one else.
I mean, Vikla, he alone would have to rip through these health bars here if they're going to contest, so they just simply opt out. Even though everyone's super low on the side of Nongshim, Lehens is going to take some damage here. They're going to have to juggle the aggro. Meanwhile, you see Vikla pushing into that inner. They're going to try to take down this dragon, but the Otacon is way more important here. Vikla whiffing that ultimate is so massive. I think if he had saved it there and had at least hit Lehens, but like if he had actually gotten a high value setup there, maybe they could have actually stopped that objective. But man, I was talking about how they had such good tempo, and they threw it all away. I mean, teams would have actually just gone over there and tried to stop them. But he was like, it's too risky. We're just going to get the mid-inner and back away. But that means Nongshim have Otacon with their double global, with the Camille, have no information to set up a combo. Kellen has to be the guy.
Well, they do have information on where Kingen is, but Kellen is still likely to die. Gets the Magnet Storm off, as now Gideon with that Crescent Guard trying to keep himself safe. Heroic entrance going to bring Fisher over there. The Winds of War as well, as Clear's going to go down. There's a beautiful taunt. Yeah, Misfortune can't play the game. That was never going to be a thing. Raptor trying to flash, but it's a triple for Jiwoo, and he's even going to let the Vi live.
Yeah, they're going to take a purple buff and then take away the base.
Yeah.
So they're going to get the Baron Gold.
Close to 1,600, but that is only going to extend as Kingen looks to take down his first inner turret on this top side. Kellen once again out of position, and no way that you can be walking around trying to get vision at this stage of the game.
And for the BNK FEARX, this is great news. You know, I mean, they're looking at potentially just getting into play-ins here off of Nongshim's victory, and, you know, they earned that win that they got, and that's the difference maker.
You want to be higher in the standings. You don't want to be one of the teams that is struggling in the bottom five. Oh my god! Diablo just explodes! Emperor's Divide does manage to get some damage back, but look at this! Nongshim say thanks for the engage angle and just obliterate them! I mean, the wallets were heavy, but I didn't know that their knees were this weak and their palms were this sweaty, Wolf.
Yeah. Kingen, I think he's in danger, but not, maybe I'm wrong, because he's Camille.
Yeah, well, Kingen is just going to give him a thumbs up. Fisher is going to knock them all up. He goes golden as well, just to show how cool he is, and then he dies. That is going to be Raptor, at least keeping him honest. But in the meantime, as you can see, Nongshim are winning the game. Gideon, win becomes lightning, but Nexus becomes exploded, and Nongshim are going to pick up the 2-0.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.